Okay guys, let's see. I turn my pages around and with the closure I was thinking, well, I could have made this smaller than a 1-inch circle. But yeah, I don't know if this will work with the with your rope going around the two of these ones. So if I made these smaller, so why not make a piece right here where your string is coming out and then only wrap it around right here. I think that's even better. So I chose for a square one, and I just made it also with a leftover piece. But this one I made new. So that is the idea. So that is already pre-made. So let's start with this big pocket. I want to have it clean and simple. So what, this is the red one. What if I just use this here and maybe a little strip right here. So first I'm gonna cut this one here. And what's the back? The back is brown. Yeah, we can use the brown, but so I'm just thinking we also need the back. So why not cutting this a little higher? Okay, so that is, oops, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this first this direction so I can save this paper fully. And then right here. Now let's see, I do like a red little strip above. Let's see, which one do we have? We have this one. And we have this one. And we also have this piece. Well, I do love it. How much do we have? We do not have anything with the block on this side. So I am going to cut a nice strip. Let's see. Let's see how this, do we want to have a full one? Yeah, we definitely want to have a full one. This is nice, isn't it? Well, let's cut this the same as with this one, but do we like to have it perfect? Maybe I do like that. Here we go. Okay, so I want this strip above, meaning that I do want to show you everything. So this is my pocket right here. So how to cut your papers. Put this on and then your paper at the bottom, and then you know exactly where to cut this. So that is what we need. And then we can use this for the top pocket. This one I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch for the top. And now we can smooch it all and glue it on. So this is for the top. Need to wakey. Here we go. Okay, put this on the top. And then your strip. Perfectly cut. With a few little black openings. And then we just can see if this fits perfect. Just a tiny little piece off, but it's always better to cut something off because you can't glue it on. Well, sometimes you can. But here on this piece we have our round piece, guys. Don't forget. Don't forget. So I think I first go do this one for the back pockets. There we go. Need to see. Okay. Okay, that's the back pocket. And you also can take it out, but I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to see. I want to see where my closure is going to be. Alright, so we can make a mark to see where the middle is of this page. That's about here. So if I put this on here with the glue, then I know that my middle is right here. Okay, I want to put a piece of paper on the back of this paper to make this paper a little bit stronger. There you go. And if you like, you can use something like this to make it not that tight, so you have enough space for adding your string around. So you don't need to buy anything fancy. Just move this. What direction it was? Oh, just this direction. Alright, peel it. And it's just a little chipboard with cutting a little piece off, and that makes it that this is already really nice for put your string around. So no need of any spacers whatsoever. Very clever. Not my invention. No, 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 no. I saw it somewhere on YouTube and I thought, oh my god, that is so, so clever. Here we go. There we go, guys. Nice big pocket. Big pockets, ready to use. Alright, so shall I first do this pocket and then I'm gonna do this side, or do you want to have that right away? I think I'm first gonna do the blue one. So let's see, what do we have for the blue one? For the blue one, I thought this page would be nice. right this in a corner. So with this as well, I'm going to cut this a little larger, 1/2 inch larger, and then this size, and we're going to do exactly the same thing what we did earlier. Cut our pieces right here. Okay, this is what we need. What do we want for our little piece? Nice blue one, I guess. I think I will go for this, a nice solid one. Shall we just do the same thickness just to have it a little bit solid and equal? Alright. Cut this down. There we go. That's the first start. Then of course I'm not going to cut a 1/2 inch from here, but from the bottom. That's the piece where I'm going to start with. Here we go. You do want to see where you need to glue it down. Then your strip. Here we go. Then this piece. But same as this one, we need to know where the middle is. Where is the middle? Here. Place this down. Grab your... Oh, that is not nice. That is the same direction. Alright. Shall we make it a little lower? Then, yeah, I don't want to have it inside. Yep, okay. Let's make it a little lower. Sorry guys. There we go. Another piece of paper for the back. This in. Ta-da! Put it on. love it. Alright, and then we cannot do this. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, how stupid of me. I was cutting this for the background, but there was no background for this one. So, well, I can use this one. Use your leftover pieces, guys. Use it. Always use it. Oh, this is oh, a little bit too tight. Okay, guys, put it in on the right spots. There we go. Yes, perfect. Okay, so that is done. Let's see what we can do for the background, how to make that nice. It is already nice and you don't, but let's just check it out because this one is a 5 by 5. So, and then we have this pocket you see, and this one. What's this? Oh, this is just a tag. So I'm not going to be very picky for the background, only for this piece. I want that to be matching. So this one is definitely need to be a nice blue one, and this a red one, and then for the rest I don't mind. So, oh, we even can do, but I also can just use a bit piece right here and then do a tag on here for a nice matching picture. That's also a good idea. Let's see just what we have. Okay, I'm gonna start with this piece right here. It's easier if I have something under to see it better. So this is going to be here. Let's put this correctly in here. And then we are just going to, I think I'm gonna punch a little hole in here so it's easier to be seeing. Let's see. There we go. Place this pretty much even. Okay, here we do need another, no, I think I'm gonna punch a hole here. Okay, chaos, no it's not chaos. Extra piece of paper. Better, stronger. Alright, let's grab a piece, not a piece of string, not needed for this long. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, I am gonna have my string through here. Maybe if I just glue this on. Like that, and then I'm gonna push my string through, if that's possible. Yep, there it goes. Then we're gonna grab a board. Push that through. We also can push it through here if that's maybe even stronger, but I don't think it's necessary. Alright, then I'm just going to turn this around. I'm going to open those legs, not completely. Then I'm going to wrap this around. Just 1.5 times is enough, just totally around. And then we're just going to squeeze this flat. If you want, you also can use the hammer. And then this will go nowhere. Yep, you also can, if you want. Add an extra tape. And then we're just going to glue this on. Yes. That is not that difficult, is it? No, it's not. But it's also an option to put it all through this page, not only this piece of paper, because the back we also need to put papers on. But this is the idea. When this is closed, everything is correctly on its place, like this. That this is the closure. Why is this not? Why is this not the same? Something went wrong here. I know this one. That is strange. Was this not correctly inside? Well, doesn't matter. Does not matter. This is just a closure and I am perfectly fine with that. So you can cut this shorter. Does not need this long. You can add a charm on here. Oh, we do have charms. We have lovely, lovely, lovely charms. Let's see. A camera, a suitcase, a plane, a big compass thing. This is a passport, a big bus, a long distance viewer. I have no clue how it calls. A earth ball, earth thing, another plane, and I also thought that I had, oh yeah, that's in here. I also have a, sorry, I was hanging with my hair in my, okay, now it's wobbly, 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 I'm sorry. I also have a bike and a air balloon. So cool. Look at all these wonderful things. So cool. So which one? I think a nice small one, like the airplane. I think that's nice. Alright. the airplane it is. Where do I want this? I don't want to have it too long. This is nice. That is nice. And then you can cut it shorter. There you go. Yep, I like it. Cool. Yeah, somehow this is not completely equal, but yeah, okay. Let's do my more best with this piece right here. And then when this is ready, we can decorate more of this. Alright, cool. I think that I know what I did wrong with the red one. I flipped this around. I think that's the case. By mistake, of course, not on purpose, but I think that's the case. But that's okay. With this one, everything went perfectly fine. So let's see which, this one I'm gonna use, I think. Not the same, that's a little awkward. I think the suitcase will do. Passport I also like. No, I'm gonna go for the suitcase. Wait, that is not a complete correct knob. This is better. Alright. Done. Yep. Love it. Okay, cool. Let's continuing on the inside. Okay, and this is how I filled up this piece. And yep, I did use only strips, so I'm gonna do that same thing on here. So it's easy to have something that you do see your page better with, like this. And I think I'm just gonna do the same thing. So I am gonna cut, I think 3 was needed, 3 pieces, 1/2 inch. Go. And then I start first with the long ones. Cut 2 pieces. Smoosh the edges, of course. So what are your plans this weekend? What are your plans? I want to know. I want to know what people normally do on the weekend. I think the same things as I. Maybe some household. Maybe I do have, well, first today, this afternoon, I need to pick up my lower denture. I'm very excited about that. Then in the evening, not much, because yeah, it's Friday. Fridays, there's not much. My hubby is always free from work on Friday, and he has the complete week off. Just because Monday is, oh my gosh, how you call that? It's not Easter, but that other thing where the Monday is off. And he decided to have a full week because he had so much free days. So I'm wondering what we are gonna do next week. I told him I do like to continuing my crafting. What else? What else is this week? Oh, this weekend. Yeah, tomorrow we have. My son has a new fight, a new competition. Very excited about that because, yeah, it's been a while that he had one because he's moved in his own house, and he went on a holiday to Thailand for 3.5 weeks, also for training and everything. And I'm very curious because he told me that he learned things in Thailand that he never learned before. So I'm very curious what that is, because he is doing this from 7 years old. Plans are that he goes back to Thailand maybe end this year, also for his kickboxing thing. Maybe gonna take lessons or give lessons. I don't know exactly what that is, but anyways, he was very excited about that. So that we have tomorrow, so very excited about that. Sunday, I think we go with friends to how you call that? Okay, this is a little, so I just need to adjust that. Sunday we go to, I think, a flea market, or something that's called a flea market, with friends. So that, and on Monday there is again a Sunday. I don't know exactly what is on Monday. Nothing planned just yet. Things. So, yep, let's just see what it all brings. Yeah, and then next week, yeah, actually I still need to paint my my storage room. I still need to paint that. But I always was thinking, oh, not today, because there's so much paper in it. So it will be a lot of lifting, and as for those who knows me longer than the day, my back is not good. So maybe I'm gonna ask my hubby to help me this week with the cleaning out the storage room so I can paint it. But yeah, like I said, I also wanna continuing with my pages because it's now in my head, and when I am excited, then I definitely want to continuing. So you all know that what the feeling is. So yeah, lots is going on. So yeah, but what do you think? So easy peasy, but I love it. So let's go to these two ones. I think I left those plain, but maybe we can first go to these. Because we do have plenty of leftover pieces right here. So maybe we're gonna see first what we need. What we can use. I do like this. So maybe we're gonna do that. Maybe we can use something for the background. That's the back. That's too busy, but this will fit. But this is also very nice to keep it down. And then maybe we can use this for a 5 by 5, something like that. And then we have here another piece, but that one does not fit completely. Does not have to be. We also have this one. Okay, so we have some options, guys. First, always check your leftover pieces, and we can do this. That's the puppy you will hear now. Not always. I want to give her what she wants. So sorry for the noise. Anyway, so I'm gonna do. I think this fits nicely for the back, for this photo frame pocket. So I'm gonna do that first. Call me crazy. I know. What am I doing here? So, yeah, because I had so much leftovers, I thought it would be fun to cut these in all the same sizes. I have no idea if this is a good idea, but yeah, you know, I always do strange things with leftover pieces. That's always the case with me. But it's cool. Alright. Then we go back with here. Let's add a blue one. And which are the sizes with this? I know I did this in centimeters, but for those who want to know, okay, a very awkward size. It's a 1/5/16, and I know in centimeters it's not that odd because it's a 3.5. And this one is a 2, and then this one is a 5. Yeah, 3 by 5 centimeters I used. Alright, let's fill this up with this piece. Go. Yeah, and so I'm just gonna fill this up, guys, with these pieces, and just fingers crossed that it's good. I have no clue, but you know, I just love to do this. So let's continue. I do like a busy one. And then I'm going to start with a new tile. Here we go. Yep, and you get the picture. And then we're just continuing with another piece to cut down, and then fill up the top. I do like it. Just a fun way to use all the little pieces. Okay, yep, and we are now going to fill the top, or you just can use a strip if you have. Oh, this is nice. That is also very nice to do this as if that's a top. Ooh, that I might like, instead of cutting these little pieces. And maybe I can do, because I do have some left, maybe I can do that piece as well. But this I love it. Cool. So yep, I'm gonna cut down a piece that fits here. Does not have to be, I don't need to use the complete where I use the belt for. That's way too thick. So I'm just gonna use one single layer of this one. But I'm gonna make the same thing. Just cutting down the correct size, and then yep, I am gonna give this the same look. To bring it back a little bit. Just be gentle doing this. You don't wanna crinkle your paper. Okay, that's enough for me. Let's make the stitches on. This is just fun, guys. It makes the project as a little bit more traveling. I don't know. It really gives the vibes, in my opinion. Here we go. So it's not that difficult, as you see, but yeah, needs a little time. Needs a little time. But look, this is just the finishing touch, in my opinion. Love it. I love it. Look at this. This is just too much fun, guys. It is way too much fun. I do have a few left, but look at that. I also made this one with leftover pieces. Nice ribbon at the bottom. And this one also with leftover pieces. Then I just glue in this direction, and I only glue this piece with a few dots here and there, and I just put a tag on for decoration, and then I just add a nice journaling tag with, of course, some smooching, and then this can just under this belly band. So that is what these two are. And now this, absolutely, I love it. I'm gonna see if I can do another one with this one. I do love it. So yeah, cool. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I do. I do love it. Do you want to put a picture on here? Oh. I would not. I definitely would not. Not even on top. So yeah, it's a good idea to decorate these, actually. Such decorative. Maybe not, but okay. I do love it. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Alright, okay, so here we have our 4x6 photo mats. You can put your photos in here. I only need to now decorate the bottom and this insert. Yeah, so that is maybe for later, because now I first go to the red one to see how I'm gonna decorate with the leftover pieces. Of course I will definitely do that. And this one I will keep it, yeah, you know me, I do love to see if I can do this with the last papers for my first 2 sets. I know it's not necessary, but yeah, it's just an habit of mine. I do love it to see how far I can go with the papers, and it's a hobby. It's an addiction. I know. I definitely know, but yeah. So I first go to the red one and see what I come up with this one. Alright, I can move this away for just a second so it's easier. So yep, I am gonna see what I have left for the leftover pieces. Maybe I also gonna do the tiles, I don't know. I also still have loads of things in here as well. So the red one, so yeah, I think we definitely need to scream. Yeah. You know, I was just thinking, because I just told you that it's maybe a waste of this. I also could make a pocket out of this, but then it's gonna get bulkier. It gets even more bulky, and I don't want that. But it is a shame to put a picture on here, don't you think? I think definitely. I think so. Alright, so let's see, what do we have? I have these ones. Oh yeah, these ones are from this basket, and I have those. So let's just see what I came up with this one. So we have a leftover piece here. We can do the brown right here. And what else do we have? Maybe I like this for the back here, and then I definitely need to grab another piece. Maybe this one for the back. I don't know, I don't have that much. Why did I fold this in half? Why did I do this? I don't know. But anyway, so just start somewhere, start with what you have. And of course, guys, we have 4 more sets, so you don't have to be that picky with your papers, guys. We do have plenty, but yeah, like I told you, you know me, I just love to use first what I have, and then I like to go to my next set. So first I will use what I have, and then I will continuing with the third set. Alright, guys, so I did kind of a bit with the blue one myself, but yeah, I think you know the drills, guys, on how to cut papers, how to glue it down. That's not a mystery, but I know some of you go that's I know some of you guys really like to know how to cut the papers. So I do my best to involve you with all. I do my best to tell everything. So let me first do these 2 little pockets. Photo frame pockets. I'm so curious, guys, how my denture. I'm so sorry that this subject keeps coming up, but it's for me right now the most main thing that's going on in my mind. It's just because it is in your mouth all day long, and when it does not feel good, then yeah, it does not feel good. So, and then when it's finally time that there is maybe a change in that I can have it with more ease, then yes, I'm very curious if that's the case, if this is gonna be a game changer for me. I am so curious. So please thumb for me that this will be a game changer for me. Because I just feel not even the talking, and I know it's gonna be a while. People tell me that already, that it's gonna take a while before you talk properly, and I do my best. I even I even where do you want this? Top or bottom? Let's put this on the top. Of course, I Google a lot to see if I can have any tips on to make it more faster, that I can talk better. And I read somewhere that that you might can read a book and then out loud. So because now I actually only talk when I do my filming things, and of course I talk to my hubby and everything, but yeah, still I need to talk actually more, and I think the more the better. So, but each day when I think, well, now I'm gonna grab a book and I'm gonna read out loud, but then still that's just a few rules, and then I'll skip it, because yeah, I don't know. Is it a waste of time? I don't know. I absolutely don't know. Well, but anyways, let me just first wait till my lower denture is ready, and that is this afternoon. So maybe then with the both of the dentures in, talking is maybe better. So we'll see. I forgot to have 2 4x6 pages. See if I have a leftover piece. I do. Go. 2 photo mats, fits nicely in here. Yeah, cool. Alright, so that we do need to front, and I did use leftover pieces with the other ones, but we'll see which one I want. Let's see, well, at least I want to use this piece of paper. So first I made a mark for the 5x5 as we speak. But what if we just split this in half? So you have 2 big spots. I'm going to cut this with my fiskars. Cut it down. See, so now you have 2 bigger. Oh, this I also need to cut down just a little bit, so it fits better. Yep. And then I can have only a nice piece to solve this area. And then I think I also can split this. This also needs to be a little shorter. I also can do that with this one and then add, well, maybe we even can add this piece, but then with a new piece made. Okay, I think that's a good idea to do this for the back. I also can choose other leftovers in my trash. But this is a nice photo spot. So with this one I will not forget that it's for a photo spot. Alright. That's that. Here we go. Okay, that is that. You always can go back, by the way. Just leave this open and we'll see, maybe we have another piece of paper coming cut out in a second. So this one is done, this not, and this is not. So I definitely want also some tiles for this, for the red one. So I will go do that. Where is this coming from? For the back, I guess. It's here. So I will come cutting a few and then I'll come back to you. We'll see how much papers that I have left that will fit to cut down. This is not, this fits, this is not the color. This is not the color, but this might fit, I don't know. Just search some, well, this, it is blue, but this one fits marvelous with this one. This is a brown, so that will fit as well. This is blue. This is not, I think, not big enough, but you never know. So yeah, just search in your bag, search in your leftovers. Blue. This one will fit. Okay, so this is pretty much what fits with the red ones. So let me cut them. Yes. I'm crazy, I know. Okay guys, yeah, of course I could not resist, but look how beautiful this looks. This one and this one. So these two I made on the top. And then it didn't look like this. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. I love it. Alright, so this one is already filled up, as you can see, with leftover pieces. And now I have these two left. So these two I have left, and I want to see if I can manage that with this first. Let me cut this so we can have the most benefit of the papers. To just fold this in two, cut it down, and then you can choose which one you want where. Alright, this is the red one. They both are inside. I think I like this for the red one, but I think I'm gonna move this because I have already these pieces on the white side, this on the white side. And then I would, well, this doesn't matter because with this one I do not have. But let me put these on the left side. And which well, I can cut a piece of this, but I also can use this for the back, but we also have the stripe and that fits with both. So I think I will use a strip of this to cover that up. Is that an idea? Let's do that. Okay guys, so far so I am. So I added a blank in here. I will decorate this later. Both are the same. Also the blank spot. And then we have, like I showed you before, I also have a blank full tag in here. This I did not do just yet, and then the rest you just saw me doing. Photo frames, so still we have plenty of blank spots, but, and that's the same thing with this one, blank still, and we did so much, blank tag in here and everything like this. So far I'm gonna leave it. I hope you like this, to make these two pages. It's not that they are thin, but I don't know if that's a paper. I told you before, Clairefontaine, I don't know if the thickness is the same. Somehow they made it a little thicker than I'm used to in the past. So I don't know, for those who also use Clairefontaine 160 gram, leave me something in the comment if that is in my head or you notice that as well. It's just something that I noticed. But anyway, so these two are ready, and it's time to come up with a new page. So I will see you next time because now I feel gonna go get my denture, my below denture. Oh, wish me luck. See you.